Friday, everyone. I'm Ann Birchard. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we're going to be using a little masking to create this Christmas card. Sorry, Aunt Margaret, it's another Christmas card. You'll just have to deal with it. Today I'm going to be using the Mountain Air stamp set and the new Curvy Christmas stamp set for the Thinking of You at Christmas. So let's make a card. What I have done is take my Avery ID removable labels. You know I love this stuff. This is great for masking. It doesn't ruin your project, and you can reuse your mask, which I've already done. So I just took a sheet, cut it into a quarter of it. I used the 3.5-inch diameter circle, and again, all the supplies will be listed below. I cut this out of the Avery label. I saved the negative spot for future projects. Nothing will go to waste. And I placed it on Whisper White cardstock, and I cut it to 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Let me set this aside. I'm going to be using Seaside Spray for the background. I'm using the foam roller, just ink it up. Now when you're inking up, go in one direction so then you don't get any lines going across the roller. And then back and forth on your project. When you change directions on your project, make sure it's off where you, off the center where you want it, so then you don't get any lines. And then add as much or as little background that you want. Make a little bit more. See if I can smooth out those lines a bit. It's coming together. And I think I'm going to call it good. Let's call it good. Close this up because you know I'm going to put my fingers in it. Now the next step, this is just a little palette. I think I got it at the dollar store. And I have used Bermuda Bay Reinker and Pacific Point Reinker. And all I did was add a couple of drops and then some water. So up to you how much you want to dilute that. Grab a paintbrush. I have a fan brush. You don't have to be that fancy. Any brush will do. Get a little bit of the Bermuda Bay acrylic block, and I'm just going to flick. And again, as much or as little as you want. I think we'll call that good. Grab my rag here. Clean that off. And if you notice, I started with the light one, the lighter color, and now I can move on to the darker color, and I don't have to worry about contamination. And again, a couple of flicks. And I will call that good. Set this aside, and my palette, because I can see myself putting a finger in that. Wipe off. Now, if it doesn't dry quick enough for you, get out your heat tool. I think it's dry enough to set those colors. I'm going to be using the Treescape from the Mountain Air stamp set, and I'm going to be stamping it in Smoky Slate. So ink this up. That's good. Set that aside. And I want it towards the bottom. And commit. Give it a good press. Haha, it looks great. Grab my chamois. Clean that off. Set that aside. Close up the Smoky Slate because you know I'm going to put my finger in it. And next comes the reveal. Curl it towards itself, because we don't want to ruin the project now that we're this far into it. There we go. Just nice and gentle. Like I said, you can save this mask if you are mass producing these for your Christmas recipients. All right, set that aside, and I'm going to bring in my Stamparatus. Because again, if all this hard work we put into it, I don't want to mess it up now. Put the magnet there. I'm going to grab my trees. Now a hint, if your polymers aren't sticking very well, it's probably because there's a lot of lint and dust on it. Just run it under water and dry it off and you are good to go. So I'm going to set this tree kind of down below the circle, and I'm going to stamp in Night of Navy. Ink this up really well. Give it a massage. Let's see. I think I want a little bit darker. Let's give it some more. My ink pad may need to use some reinkers on this. Have to add that to my to-do list. Oh, yes, that's the color I want. All right, let's wipe this off. Set it aside, and now bring in our sentiment. And I'm just going to use the Night of Navy again. Now, if you have sentiments that are in the wave, just drop it, and that will set the curve again, so it's not distorted. I think I'm gonna go there. Love it. Pick that up. That's the great thing about this Stamparatus. If your project moves, just put it back in the corner. Check it, you're good to go. Stamp it up. I think I want a little bit darker. Again, make sure nothing's moved. Oh no! Okay, how are we going to fix this? We are going to get another piece of Whisper White. Quickly. Yep, that'll fit. Okay. Hey, life happens. We're gonna fix this. All right, let's stamp it. Okay, we're only gonna stamp this once. There we go. Okay. Grab our snips. This is on the fly here. All right, let's see. What can I do? What can I do? Let's see, let's see, let's see. I'm looking. Okay, this is my brand new Curvy dies. Let's see, what can I use from here? There we go. Let's use this. Put that away. Grab this. Get this out. We're gonna make this work, folks. bring in my cut. Go, there we go. So I have the platform, number 1. I have number 2, number 3, and we're going to cut this like so. Get it below that, right? Let's run it through. Okay, not quite what I planned, but it'll work. And then again at the bottom. Little bit, there we go. And run that through. All right, let's see. Kinda. All right, set this aside. And I've lost my project, there it is. Okay, I don't like that at all. Bring back my Stamparatus. Let's stamp another one. Grabbing some more Whisper White. Here we go. Let's see, will that match? Nope, let's bring it down. There we go. Okay, Night of Navy. Done. Learn my lesson. Don't stamp it again. Okay, and we'll cut this at 4. Go. Set this aside as well. Nobody will ever know. I think I'm going to trim the top down a bit. About 1/8 of an inch. I'll take that off. Perfect. Like it. Is that uneven? We're good. Okay, let's grab some dimensional. If I had known I was going to be doing this, I would have everything ready. But hey, this is how you save your cards. You put a lot of time in it and effort. No need to scrap it. All right, take those off. Okay, get those out of the way. And let's cover up our boo-boo. Nobody will know unless they watch my YouTube channel. There we go. So don't forget to subscribe and like and share while we're talking about it. And now I'm going to come in with my Wink of Stella because I gotta have bling. And I'm going to just add some to the background. Give it that winter wonderland feeling. Also, if you text Ann Birchard in all caps to the number 22822, one more time, 22828, get on my newsletter. You'll receive tips, tricks, techniques, any announcements, any sales going on. Be the first to know. Sign up for my card swaps as well. And also, I will have a link below for November's host rewards. Use that code when you're checking out. If you have less than $150 US dollars, and if you have more than 150, don't use that code because you will get your own rewards. I'm just using Stampin' Seal. I am placing this on smoky slate. I cut it at 4 1/4 and folded it at 5 1/2. So this card will have a nice border going all the way around. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this crafting experience with the civil engineer. A little goof up, but I think it still works. So thank you again, and we will see you next week. Bye.